Hello everybody, it is Zira Rants here, and yes, you heard that correctly. That is the Content Cop intro. That's basically what I'm doing now. So here we have a tweet from Friff. Again, this is in regards to my last rant. I'm gonna make another little, saga out of this thing, I suppose. Till the situation is resolved, we're gonna have some chat filters up to help keep streams normal, still incredibly disappointed. Stopping right there. One thing that you did that no one should ever do is go out of their way to target somebody who has mental illness. Specifically, PTSD. Because you don't know what that PTSD is caused by. For all you know, it could be caused by exactly what you're doing. A bunch of people ganging up on them, making them feel like garbage. And I am 99% certain this is still in regard to that same situation. And then Jamie the Jesus here says, I'll never understand how plastic guitars got people at each other's throats all the time over small stuff that could be easily forgiven. Everyone's acting like it's the end of the world now. And Prophet, I have a lot of respect for you, but this is one point that you just flopped horribly on, girl. This is really beyond plastic guitars, please shut up. We're dealing with drumming head that extends beyond the scope of we're arguing about a 5-button plastic game. If we were arguing about the game, sure, it's just coincidence scooters brought together by such game. Technically, this has affected the whole community by the likes of people such as Randy. Literally, Randy's the one who brought this into the public light. Literally, no one else knew a word about this before Randy spoke on it. Jesus, I can't even talk about this without being called wrong. You'll need to chill out and touch some grass. But if the criminal happened, go to the police. Arguing on Twitter about it does nothing. Nothing criminal happened here, Jamie. The only thing that happened was basically Kai and Friff bullied J-Raves and Tiff. That's all that happened. There was nothing criminal here that could be done. Friff says neither does DMing people waiting for them, griping on this thread. Nothing does anything. At the very least, I'm putting my foot down saying I will not accept mistreatment anymore, which includes you trivializing our problems. Dude. Okay, like I said in my last video, this is victim mentality in its finest form. I admitted after rant 3 I think it was rant 2. Either rant 2 or rant 3, either one I did on Helix versus DCSM. You are in the wrong here. You're the one who went out of your way to decide to target someone with mental illness, and now you're facing the backlash for it. There's absolutely nothing here that is mistreatment. It's you screwed up, deal with the consequences. Junior says, nobody owes anyone any attention, time, or explanation. If one wishes to stop being mistreated by someone, simply stop interacting with them. This man's spitting facts. This man is spitting absolute facts. This is Twitter, not your roommate or spouse. Sure, it's annoying they won't talk, just drop it for your own sake and move on too. If they won't talk about it, screw them. My name was dragged through the dirt and Randy helped. I will not tolerate that. If he doesn't apologize, he deserves the drama. Apologize for what? What exactly should he apologize for? For bringing to light how terrible of people you and Kai are. You're the biggest fucking hypocrites known to mankind. We've already discussed this before. You gatekept the community until you gatekept many people out the community, including myself and DCSM, which I agree with the most for DCSM. And to an extent, I agree with choosing to exile me from the community. But, you said stop being a victim, own up to your mistakes. I owned up to my mistakes and quit being a victim. In fact, I will even switch accounts here. Because I was on an alt for that. I will switch back to my main and show you my DMs with Helix right here. Ignore the Twitter feed. But here... Hang on, a little bit of live editing, because I don't edit my videos in post. And one more thing, get rid of the camera, and I sent Helix this long DM. I said, "Hello, I am writing you this direct message to apologize for the actions I had taken in April in regards to your conflict with DCSM/court. I made my tweets/videos on the subject based on ignorance and lack of information, and now realize my viewpoints were toxic and demeaning. I apologize for any psychological damage that my tweets/videos may have caused, and I retract any and all statements made on the subject. I have now done my research, and I fully support the movement to block DC and his works from the clone hero community. I would like to close this message by saying that I am most importantly sorry to the rest of the community for insulting, attacking, braiding, and calling them out as terrible people, when in hindsight I was a terrible person. Zira." And Helix said, "Hey, sorry for the extremely late response. I'm a bit of a moron." Not at all true, Helix. You keep doing you, dog. You're an incredible person. Anyways, I really appreciate the apology. I'm glad you stepped up and took accountability. That's a very tough thing to do. Next time, though, please take the time and research these kinds of things before commenting on topics like this. It'll make everything better for you and the community next time something comes up. Thanks for the apology. I do forgive you. Yet, switching back to the other account I use for strictly for news reporting purposes. Bam. Pow. There we go. Now I have to refine my place. I'm sorry. But yeah, as I was saying, I owned up to my mistakes. I took the blame. I fully admitted it. I was forgiven by at least Helix, which to be honest is the only person I really care about being forgiven by. The rest of you guys can suck my dick for all I care. But yeah, stop playing victim. I went over this. Stop playing victim. Playing victim will get you nowhere in life. And then Jamie says, "The more you push, the more ammunition he will be given. Literally drop it and he will too, I promise. The idea that he is antagonizing you on purpose is selfish. I promise nobody cares that much. It's a blessing, really." It is. People, okay, I learned this very early on. People will only bully you if you give them ammunition to be bullied. In other words, if people can tell that, you're being bothered by what's going on, they will keep pushing you. That is their ammo to keep being terrible people. And then Friff's boyfriend, who's probably the biggest simp I see on the platform, and yes, I'm using that as an insult, which I usually never do. I usually use it as an insult in a joking way, but now I'm using it as an insult in a serious way, because he is blindly defending his boyfriend without knowing the facts. Okay? Friff fucked up. Okay? He messed up. He made the mistakes. Why are we defending him? He said, "There's so much stopping me from posting our DMs because I still have some sort of respect for him. If I posted it, it would literally look like he was talking to someone he didn't want to talk to and dismissing them so we didn't have to deal with it. Because it's true. We as adults really do not owe anyone anything, and it's hard to accept, but it's true. You absolutely owe to keep a promise to someone if you don't use it to call out for it. No, that's literally harassment." Jamie, my man. Wait, hang on. Yeah. Jamie, my man, you're speaking true facts here. This is absolute facts. Like, Christ. Yeah, that's literally harassment. They don't want to talk on the subject. You're pushing them to talk on the subject. That is harassment. That is where criminality comes into play. Do you not just see how you're digging the hole deeper for Friff? This isn't Friff's thing, this is my thing. Stop bringing him into it when it's my issue. I was the one getting ignored, the one promises were broken to, the one being let on dismissed. Shut up, stop dragging my boyfriend through the dirt just to make a point. I'm dragging a person in the dirt for advising them to move on from the arguments. You're just digging a hole by projecting things onto a stranger. Exactly. In fact, just get away from me. The most infantile response in the book. Okay, this is the most infantile response I have ever seen from anybody Especially Zach. How much of Dick are you? Again, Prophet, I'm sure you mean no harm. I'm sure you're an amazing woman, but literally, okay, I'm not saying this in a sexist tone. I'm saying this in the tone of someone just trying to help. I want to make this clear. I don't want to sound like an asshole here, but you definitely need to know your facts before you come in here and try and act like you know everything. Okay, Jamie. I start to see why people won't want to talk. I'm not angry calling you guys names. Somehow I'm this evil person trying something. I have literally no idea. Also, Friff blocked me. He has a very bad habit of blocking a lot of people who don't blindly follow him and actually choose to call him out on his hypocrisy. Fans do not respond like this when my boyfriend is suffering because someone else you thinks they're an asshole. I wasn't trying to speak on their issues. I don't know. I was talking to you on your thing. I didn't realize they were talking about them, and they just wanted to be mad at me for things I have literally nothing to speak on. I was talking to you in my head. So, yet again, okay, Zach. Zach chose to take this topic and make it about himself, as victim mentality people always choose to do. You're not thinking proper problem, there's a major difference. I already know what's going on. I see a tweet of Friff by being upset, so maybe you're not focusing on this better. Anything else y'all talking about, I don't know what's going on. Exactly my point, we're expected to ignore it as we're taking up the creek without a paddle, for people to continue going with it just because they're popular. Even suggesting that is making you a part of the problem. No, Kai. No. Liberal response. No. Okay. The main problem is you and Friff failing to take accountability for your own actions. If I have to say that word one more time, I swear to God, I am going to have an aneurysm. So yeah, that is basically just me showing that Kai and Friff are still a bunch of fucking idiots. This has been another episode of Zira Rants. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to thumbs up the video and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys later. I just lost so many brain cells during this video.